Greetings everybody, mine just scared the shit out of my dog. My name is Grumpy Hawk, and no, that is not a rip-off of Grumpy Cat. I used a generator and didn't really think about it till after, but we'll just roll with it. And there's a truck outside! Truck off! I'm funny. So, that is like the worst intro ever. Anyway, for my first video I thought, hey, let's talk about something crazy, fun, and something I enjoy. So I thought, seriously! Truck off! I'm not going to make that joke again, so don't worry. If this sounds horrible because of that truck, then it's going to be wasted. So I'm here to talk about things like Comic-Con and cosplays, because I'd say the Comic-Con season's coming up, but the Comic-Con season's kind of always here. There are always conventions going on wherever you are. I don't know if you can tell by my accent or whatever, but I'm British, English, whatever. I live in England. I've done a few cosplays in my time and conventions, and I've sort of been there enough now to know sort of tips and how to sort of get on there, and just sort of just things you tell people when when it's their first time. The cosplays I've done the Jigsaw puppet from Saw, I've done Freddy Krueger from Friday the 13th, I've done the 11th Doctor from Doctor Who, I've done Spider-Man, and most importantly, well, I wouldn't say importantly, but the one I do the most is Arnold Rimmer from Red Dwarf. I don't know how many of you will know that reference depending on your age group, but go look up Rimmer, because Rimmer's fun. Rimmer's fun? I suppose he's fun. He's one of my favourites anyway. # spoke to the actor on the phone thanks to a very good friend at a Red Dwarf convention. Anyway, I simply cannot go to any kind of convention without cosplaying and dressing up. I even just sometimes go out into the street and dress up as Spider-Man just because it's fun and do photo shoots. But we'll get into that another time. Don't want to reveal truly how insane I am just yet. So I imagine that there are many people out there who want to cosplay, and I understand the confidence issues with it. If you are sort of a crazy, laid-back kind of person, then sort of cosplaying is going to be easy. But I do understand when there are people out there who are nervous, especially if they've got quite a bold cosplay. And it can be quite scary as well if you're going to get people commenting on it. Because some of them I've done for Halloween. The first proper cosplay I did at a proper Comic-Con was Rimmer, and it was March Comic-Con. It was Birmingham Comic-Con in March 2015, so a few months ago. And so obviously I did Rimmer, and I went with my friend who didn't cosplay, and we got on the train at Gloucester. We took the train down to Birmingham, didn't get any stick on the train or anything, and we got off the train station at Birmingham, had to wait for my uncle to take us to the arena, who was meeting us at the train station, and I'd been there about 10 minutes, and a bloke just kind of walked past and went to his mate, "Oi, she looks like a twat," and I'm just like, "Oh, fine," and I literally just shouted back, "You look like a wanker," because he did, he was dressed really, really stupidly. And that didn't bother me, because one thing I think is most important to remember is the majority of people who do cosplay and go all out with it and are willing to sort of go out in public, whether just to do it for an event or to get from point A to point B, which is the convention. Most of the people who do that are going to really, really enjoy it. Like, you don't tend to cosplay if you don't enjoy it. And so when you enjoy it that much, the key thing I think to remember is that you are having fun. And if you're having fun, then fuck everyone else. Like, the amount of people, like, a lot of times I've had people that don't know me, that know me, and have, like, really judged me for dressing up, and I'm just like, well, to be honest, I enjoy it. I'm having fun doing this, and so because I'm having fun, I really don't give a shit what you think. Because you're there just judging me, and you're probably just jealous because I'm having fun, and to be honest, people only judge you because they are too scared to actually take a good look at themselves, and most people probably are jealous that you have the bravery and confidence to actually go out in public, dressed up, and say, you know, this is who I am. I like to cosplay. I like to dress up as my favourite characters. Deal with it. And I know there's been a lot of stuff in the paper recently about people dressing up, and it's gotten quite a lot of hate, and you do just have to ignore people like that, because if you let them get to you and you think, okay, maybe this is really stupid, I'll stop, then they've won. You've basically let the bullies win, and that's what they are. If someone makes fun of someone for doing what they love, then they are bullying you. So if you get even the tiniest little bit of abuse from dressing up, then you are being bullied by someone, basically. And you've just literally got to look people in the eye like that and say, fuck off. Sorry if that was a bit scary, and my face is horrible. But I can promise you that if you, because like 99% of the time, you're really not going to get people commenting on you, because what I find tends to happen is that a lot of people know when there's a convention going on, so they'll probably will have seen a few people dressed up. But taking a public train dressed as Arnold Rimmer is really, really fun, because people just wonder why you've got an H stuck on your forehead. Which is why there's going to be that little cutaway earlier, because Arnold Rimmer has an H on his forehead. But go look him up, and if you're a Red Dwarf fan, then I love you. So I've got an itch right there. It's horrible. And it's hot in this hoodie, I shouldn't have worn it. And I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, so yeah, a lot of people probably will know this convention on, they will have seen lots of people in cosplay. But once you start to get closer to the arena, like, because Birmingham Comic Con is always held at the NEC, because they do 2 every year, and you have to take shuttle buses down, and it's literally, once you get close to the NEC, it is cosplay everywhere. You end up sitting next to the Hulk and bloody Zelda. You know, it's great. And it's literally the tip of follow the cosplayers, so once you get to the NEC, or wherever the arena is, you know, I'm just kind of using the NEC as an example, there are cosplays as far as you can see. Like, it gets to the point where someone in normal clothes is a rarity, and like within minutes people will compliment you, because although Red Dwarf is and was a really popular TV show, not loads of people are going to recognise it, but within like 10 minutes of getting to the NEC and waiting to take the shuttle bus down, I did have someone say nice Rimmer costume, and it really brightens you up, because you work hard on your cosplay, regardless of whether you've made it or you've bought it. You've had to go to can't do English. You've had to go through a lot of effort to at least find it, let alone find individual items, make it, sewing, whatever. I mean, I did my Rimmer cosplay in 2 weeks with a budget of 20 quid, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And then you get in to the convention, and about 80% of the people are dressed up, and no one judges anyone, because you are all in there dressed up, and you're all in there making statements about your favourite characters, or just characters that you enjoy, and you are all in the same boat, basically, because you all enjoy cosplaying, and this is what you love doing, and it does literally become like a family environment, even though you've probably never met any of the people there, and even when you go up and meet celebrities, most of them will compliment you. I walked up to Samuel Anderson, who plays Danny from Doctor Who, and he complimented me on my Rimmer outfit, which I really, really enjoyed. And you can ask people for photos. Don't be afraid to do that, because I've never met a cosplayer who doesn't want their photo taken, because, like, with you or just of them, because, you know what, they are there to show that that's what they love, and they're gonna kind of want to, in a way. I think I got about 6 people asking for my photo, which I was really pleased with, because 1, I personally didn't think my cosplay was that good, and 2, I didn't know how many people recognise it, and just to get 1 person compliment me or ask me for a photo was literally a really amazing feeling, because it makes you feel really loved and sort of really special, and it really does give you a massive, massive confidence boost. I was going to say something else. I don't know what I was going to say. Write notes. But in all honesty, don't be afraid to go out there and just do what you want to do. you know, I have a cosplay bucket list that is like 3 pages long, and I'm probably never going to be able to afford to do any of them, but I really want to. And, you know, I want to do Jessie from Team Rocket, I want to do Lara Croft, Slenderman, Sebastian from Black Butler, bloody Light Yagami. My it is that long. Honestly, the list is absolutely massive, and you've really just got to embrace it, and it's perfectly normal for your first cosplay for you to go out there. Hello. No, she's not enjoying this. It's perfectly normal for you to feel nervous for the first time, because you're going to, because you're putting yourself out there as something different, and we all know that society doesn't really accept difference, but honestly, once you get there, it is absolutely incredible, because you can ask people for photos, and like you'll get compliments, and it is really, really wonderful. I'll probably try my best to share some of my cosplay experiences. And it's great as well, because if you meet someone dressed as the same character or from the same fandom, you can really sort of connect with them, because you know you both share this love. I met one other person dressed as Rimmer, but from like a different episode, so the costume was different, and then someone else who did just like a general Red Dwarf uniform. And even if you just walk past them and smile and sort of raise your eyebrows, it is brilliant, because you feel a connection, and then you're bound to see sort of other things you love. Like, pretty much at every convention, you get about 150 odd people in professional Star Wars cosplay, and I am, you know, Star Wars, that is like the key to my heart. And so you walk in, and honestly, the first thing I saw when I actually got into the arena were 2 stormtroopers stood outside the entrance. I was just like, come here, let me love you. You know, they were really complimentary. Like, just no one will insult you once you're there. Once you're there, you know cosplay. Oh god, that sounded racist. I'm gonna get hate. Meant to came out. Can't speak. That was meant to come out monotone, but it came out like an Asian piss take. Can't be bothered to cut that out though. But honestly, you guys, you really, one day I will learn to talk. At least that truck's gone. If you are out there thinking about doing cosplay, then honestly, go for it, because you will love it. Yeah, you might get a few people comment saying, oh, fuck you, or you look like a wanker. Just ignore them, because like I said, people will only judge you because they're too afraid to take a look at themselves. And if they judge you, that's taking the spotlight away from them, which proves that they've got something to be ashamed of. And what you've just got to remember is that you are the one having fun. If you're having fun, then you can just do that to everyone else in the world, because if you're having fun and you're enjoying life, then that's all that really matters. And, you know, walking through Birmingham after the convention, I did get a few people go, oh, Rimmer, and it was quite nice, because it's just kind of exciting. But I also want to do a cosplay of Columbia from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Look up that if you don't know what it is. But if you do know what it is, you'll know that costume is a bit revealing, and you always get people doing anime and manga cosplays, and quite a lot of those are revealing. I don't know how they do it in the cold, because Birmingham Comic Cons are either in March and November, which is spring and winter, and in this country that is just cold. And so I can imagine getting quite a bit of stick for that. But you know what? I don't care. I've kind of got to a point now where I just think I can walk out into the street dressed in the weirdest cosplay, and I really don't care what anyone else thinks about it. And it is amazing, because Comic-Con and cosplaying in general, it doesn't have to be a Comic-Con, it could be any kind of event, convention or event. Like, I dressed up to go to the Doctor Who experience in Cardiff. So yeah, you know, fit right in there, I suppose, because that was the 11th Doctor cosplay. But it really does boost your confidence. It's a great way to meet people and to share your love of things, because if you are a nerd, a geek, fangirl, fanboy, once you walk into Comic-Con, you will fall in love. Like, my first Comic-Con, proper Comic-Con, was absolutely amazing experience. So if you are thinking about it and you are nervous, just go for it. I really, really urge you to do it, because I really can't explain how amazing it is. Like, it's really hard to fathom words that are actually strong enough, but I promise you that you will enjoy it. And if you do get any hate, which is actually quite unlikely, you just tell them to fuck off, because, you know, you're enjoying it. And if you are out there and you're one of those people that think cosplay is stupid, or you just think that people look ridiculous and shouldn't be done, just leave people alone. They're just trying to have fun, and if you're taking fun away from people, then what kind of person are you? So honestly guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I might expand on this a little bit and move away from cosplay and just Comic-Con a little bit, just to help people who are going for the first time. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video, hopefully, if I bloody make one.